This is awesome. I can't believe I lost my hat. Just arriving here in Denver, going to bag check to pick up a pack. When I heard this 1.8 liter key, it sounds like an atomic. Keep an eye on those clouds. They're not making any noise or anything. Forecast didn't say anything about precipitation, but don't want to, not too much worried about rain. It's the stuff that goes along with it a lot of times. Hail and lightning, and not in that order. Anyway, the way this trail works, goes up, goes all the way around the back side of this mountain, back around, and then pops out of this valley over there. So here in about a day and a half or 2 days, I'll be standing over there in that valley, pointing this direction. So if you know me, you know that I love the Rockies. I spend most of my time in the Rockies, climbing, hiking and stuff. But I did the GMT in 2016 in the Sierra. Absolutely fell in love with it. And I feel like I've finally found a place in the Rockies that can rival the Sierra. Right there is Buttskin Pass. That's the first one I'm coming to for the day. I started my walk way down below that mountain. You can actually see the trail. So anyway, I think I'm less than a mile, less than 1,000 feet to go where I can get over Buckskin. Almost to the top of Buttskin Pass here, and man, I'm going counterclockwise. So right out of the gate, you got a pretty serious climb, and it is no joke coming up this thing. Look at this. Trail. I got a picture from right down there looking up. I'll post it right now. I'm telling you, climbing Buckskin Pass, no joke. I would highly recommend that you spend some time at 9,000, 10,000 feet, maybe come to Aspen a day or two early. Guess I should be looking over here since that's where the lens is. Going down the trail, trying to get to Maroon Lake right over there. It is currently 4:49 p.m. Really, I'd love to get to that place, but my main objective is to get somewhere where there's enough water where I can cook some freaking dinner. Food. For the record, I did parking lot to Buckskin Pass in 3 hours and 20 minutes. So part of the trail down there is completely obscured and covered by this relatively recent rock slide. You kind of got to work through it. It's a little tricky. There are some large rocks that you have to scramble over, but you can see where people's footprints have been. You can make it. So there's Trail Rider. I'm gonna go up a little bit further, stop, have a mid-morning snack, build up a little bit of energy to break, and tackle that thing, and then go up to Fabric Basin. Get ready for Frigidaire tomorrow. My hat's trying to take off. That climb actually wasn't too bad. Here's the backside of Trail Rider Pass. It may not look that big in the video here, but just for reference, there's a guy standing right in there wearing a blue. Actually, there's two people standing there. I met them earlier. Nice dudes, but gives you a good idea of scale. I'm sure I'm glad this sign is here, because I mean it's pretty difficult to tell where the trail is. I think it's probably over there somewhere. I'll keep looking. So right up here is Fabric Basin, and that is Kings Falls. And I just passed a pair of hunters who are from the area, and they said that it's actually pretty rare to get to see Kings Falls flowing. So I feel pretty privileged right now to be able to see this. Whether you're talking about hiking or life in general, whatever it is, I always find it interesting to look back on where you've come from. The video that I first shot and got the pictures of the King's Waterfall was done right down there, looking this direction. So, you know, that was only 20 minutes ago. It's amazing how far you can come in such a short amount of time if you focus your effort on an objective. That sound of a camp stove is one of my favorite sounds in the world. You know what I mean. You have to forgive the brown trout head wrap. Here, a bush apparently grabbed my black beanie hat that I normally wear in the evenings and mornings, and jerked it right out of my pocket without me knowing it. So if you're on 4Pass, there's a free hat out there somewhere. I have no idea where it's at. But anyway, wanted to give you a quick overview of the day's activities. I started about 1.5 miles on the other side of Snowmass, so in between Snowmass and Buckskin Pass. And when I say Snowmass, I mean just Snowmass Lake. By the time I got there yesterday, I was freaking done walking. I got a late start, didn't eat so great yesterday, didn't have as much water as I had anticipated. It was just like everything was working against me yesterday, but got there and it was amazing and beautiful, and didn't sleep so great, so I'm looking forward to going to bed early tonight. Woke up about 6 or so this morning. It was just starting to get light outside. That's about the time I wake up. My tent starts to glow and it kind of gets my attention. And made some breakfast, got everything packed up, took off, went past Snowmass. I did not go down to the lake because you have to kind of go downhill to get there, and I didn't want to do that on this trip. Took off up towards Trail Rider. It does look like there has been a rock slide in there at some point, just up from Snowmass, in between Snowmass and Trail Rider, that you kind of have to pick your way through. That's a little bit tricky. Watch your knees and ankles there for sure, but it's not too far, and you can see where people have gone because of the dirt from shoes and stuff on the rocks, so that's not too bad. Climbing Trail Rider is actually not that bad. It's really not that bad after Buckskin. Trail Rider I thought was a nice climb. Amazing views. It was beautiful up there. It was very windy though and very cold. And then coming back down the other side, there were some places where the trail was a bit off camber and there's some loose rock and stuff. And then down from there, you've got a pond that did have water in it. There was a little trickle just uphill from the pond that I think I would have pulled water from had I needed it rather than the pond, but I saw a lot of people getting water out of the pond, so I mean it was there. That's water. And going down, man, it's a long descent coming back down towards the valley. It really confirmed to me that my decision to go counterclockwise was the right one, because I think going clockwise, that would be a brutal climb. And then I came up through the valley, and there is apparently a waterfall up here called King's Waterfall. I haven't verified that. I don't know if that's actually what it's named, but a couple of hunters who are from the area said that that's what it's called. So whatever, it's King's Waterfall to me for now, but it was amazing. It was beautiful. It fell, I don't know, 100 feet. You climb right up next to that on your way up into Favorite Basin. I am down near the end of Favorite Basin right now, prepping for tomorrow's early morning ascent of Frigidaire Pass. I'm hoping to get an early start again tomorrow, knock out Frigidaire before 10, and then be on towards Maroon and possibly out tomorrow. We'll see. I've got the food, so we'll see how that goes. I heard that there is a angry moose hanging out down there at Crater right now because it is September 12th. The elk are rutting right now, and I guess that has the moose all wound up. Haven't seen much wildlife, a few deer. Actually, you know what, now that I think of it, I haven't even seen any marmots. That's kind of weird. Of course, pika's everywhere. The scenery is amazing. The leaves are, I think, probably at peak colors right now, peak color change. Everything's yellow, but they're still on the trees. You know, there's not that much time between whenever they're all yellow and they're all on the ground. It's a pretty short window, and I just happened to hit it right. Got totally lucky on that, but it's spectacular up here. If you're thinking about doing 4-pass loop, I highly recommend it. That's it for today. Check in with you tomorrow. I'm hoping this thing keeps my head warm tonight. I can't believe I lost my hat. You know what time it is. Oatmeal and coffee time. So I'm back. It is 6:53 a.m. I've been up for about 45 minutes or so, just kind of packing camp and getting ready to go. Now I'm sitting here with my about to be breakfast and coffee, and just enjoying the morning. Last night I slept a lot better. Of course, I did find 2 little ZQuil tablets in my backpack, so that was nice. That helped for sure. In my tent, it looks like it's sitting at a weird angle, and it kind of is, but there's underneath it, there's a flat spot at an angle. It was the only decent campsite I could find up here in this area. So it looks a little bit wonky, but there's actually a flat spot to sleep on inside. I went to bed last night at 7. I wasn't super tired, but it was that time of day where you're just feeling like you're ready to go to sleep. And I was there, and the sun seemed like it got halfway up this mountain over here across the valley, and then just stopped for like an hour and a half. And then all of a sudden the mountains got this beautiful red shade in that evening sunlight, and then it finally got dark. But anyway, I took my two little Z-Quills at about 7 last night and slept decently well, much better than I did the night before, which is awesome being up here. I think I'm around 11.2, 11.5, somewhere in there. So up and over Frigidaire and Maroon Pass this morning, and probably out today. So I just got my first look at Frigidaire Pass, which is kind of a weird place. I've never seen a pass. It's right in the middle of a ridge like that. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's a set of switchbacks that goes up, and I think it tops out, whoa, right in there. I don't really feel like I'm in the backcountry, so to speak, until I've got at least one high mountain pass behind me. It's kind of like maybe that serves as, again, the doorway to keep, I don't know, society, everybody else out. It maybe signifies that there's a separation between the purity of where you're at and everything else. I don't know what it is, but I don't feel like I'm in the backcountry, so to speak, until I've got at least one behind me. And similarly, I feel like I've exited the backcountry once I've passed my last final high pass on my trip. So like today, I'm gonna go over Frigidaire Pass here in a little bit, and then I'll hit Maroon Pass a little bit after that. And then I've got like another 5 or 6 miles from Maroon Pass to the parking lot. Like whenever I came off of Mount Whitney after the end of after finishing the JMT, you've got Trail Crest there, which is the last high pass on your trek. It's not officially on the JMT, but it's the last one. And I'm telling you, man, those last few miles coming from the pass down to the parking lot, those are the longest miles of the trip. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm totally geeking out hard about the geology at this place. All right, I'm on top of Frigidaire Pass now, looking back down in the Favorite Basin. Top of Frigidaire Pass right now. It's let's see, 9:18 a.m. I've been up since 6, and hopefully, and I'm not going to jinx it, but I have not yet seen another human out here, which is awesome. This is a really beautiful pass. I mean, all of them have been, but this one has been really great. Climb's not bad at all. You can see the trail a long time before you get to it, so you know what you're in for, and I think that that's a really great thing. That's what makes a pass hard or difficult for me. It's not the elevation or the incline or any of that. It's just simply not being able to see where you're going. So these barren, high altitude passes like this, these are the best. And man, this one is beautiful. You know what I was just thinking about? There's a saying that says, many people go fishing without knowing that it's not fish they're after. I totally believe that that's true. I used to love fly fishing. It was one of my favorite things in the world, and I still really enjoy it. But whenever I get in the mountains, it's earning views like this that really make it worth my while. And that brings me again back to that statement of how many people go fishing without knowing it's fish that they're after. And then I got to thinking about how many people actually go to places like this specifically to go fishing. You can fish in any state in the United States, even Arizona. I think they have water there. Why are you going to go to Colorado and say it's for fishing? It's not for fishing. It's not the fish you're after. Get up in the backcountry. Go see some stuff. Earn these views. Here you go, David. This one's just for you, buddy. Boop. There you go. It's on top of Frigidaire Pass. Come get it. Okay, it's 9:39 a.m., which means I've been up and at 'em for 3 hours and 49 minutes, and I just saw my first human of the day. It's 10 a.m. You know what that means? Morning snack. Also, I've got Maroon Pass probably a mile and a half ahead of me. Perfect time to stop and chow on a few calories. Is it just me? Or does that look like something that a well-fed bear would leave laying beside the trail? When you need water, pick it up where you can get it. We'll have plenty of minerals. Yes. First good look at Maroon Pass. Remember when I said here in a little bit, I'll be pointing back? I made that video right over in that area. Just want to share something with you guys right quick. I'm just right at 10,000 feet in elevation. That mountain that you see behind me is Maroon Peak. It's at about 14,300, so I don't know, it's over 14,000. If there's anything that'll remind you of scale, it's seeing a chunk of rock sitting the better part of a mile above you. It's just incredible. Well, it is 3:25 p.m. and I just finished 4-pass loop. I am now sitting here near the parking lot waiting on the next bus and ready to go get a shower, a beer, and a cheeseburger. Well, it is currently 5:22 a.m. I have a campsite out here just east of Aspen. Getting ready to head back to Denver. Man, I have so much pain right now. Oh man, I'm just ready to sleep on my actual bed. Of course, I know I'm not selling the whole idea of going backpacking very much right now, but it's amazing. It really is. You'll never get another experience like it. It's just one of those things you have to go and do. find out for yourself. There are some pains, there are some aches, there's some inconveniences and other little things you just have to learn to deal with. But I think maybe it's overcoming some of those inconveniences and some of those pains, and in reward, you get some of the most amazing and incredible views you'll ever see. And I think there's some lessons there, and maybe that's one of the best things about backpacking. I don't know. I'm getting all philosophical. It's freaking 5:23 in the morning. I'm ready to go get some coffee. I know that. I haven't had an actual coffee. Hey, you know what? I think I've got one of those little Starbucks Vias in my backpack. Hey, here. Oh, last night there was a moose about 100 yards from my campsite, and I didn't get to see it because there's a tree row right there. But apparently it was a very large male, and somebody got some awesome pictures of it. Oh well, I didn't see the moose. Guess I'll just have to come back next time. Anyway, coffee. Let's go.